2021 really is the year for 2.5 hour plus slow burn blockbusters. I'm kind of for it if I'm being honest. Eternals is in theaters now. Let's get into my thoughts on it. This is the newest film in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and if I'm being totally honest, this is a tough one to review. Not that I'm trying to avoid spoilers, and I am avoiding spoilers here. It's just, there's really not a lot happening here. The gist of this movie is that the Eternals are a group of immortal alien beings that were sent to Earth thousands of years ago. And now they have to emerge from hiding after the many snaps that happened in Infinity War and Endgame reawoke their evil counterparts, the Deviants, so they gotta take down the Deviants now. I'm not gonna get into spoilers, because that's really all I could talk about without it, so I'm gonna get into what I liked. I liked how more serious this was. It's very different in tone from the other MCU movies. It is much more of a family drama than an action comedy compared to the previous two releases like Shang-Chi and Black Widow. The acting here was pretty good. I really liked Gemma Chan and Richard Madden as Cersei and Icarus. I think Kumail Nanjiani as Kingo was really funny, and Brian Tyree Henry as Phastos was a very welcome surprise. I'm very glad he has another big role like this. Another thing I liked about it is this has very big ramifications for the MCU as a franchise. By the time you've been watching this movie, I think the concept of the MCU will be very different. And I really like that this is the movie to change that. I guess it's now time for the bad things. This movie is a lot. There's a lot of movie in this thing, and even for over 2.5 hours, this really could have benefited as a Disney Plus show. We could have sat down and got more time with these characters and make sure we cared about them enough. That's the biggest issue here. It's not like it crippled the movie or anything, but this movie was way too ambitious for its own good, and while there is some good in there, I do think it really took away the possibility of this being a truly great movie in the franchise. Overall, I think Eternals was pretty good. I wanted it to be top 5, because I think this looked great leading up to it, but it's just alright. There were times where I felt like it was gonna crumble under how much movie is put into this, and for the most part it doesn't, and I really enjoy that.